Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brina and today we're going to be playing with this Ciate London palette that I got in my October BoxyCharm. This is what the palette looks like, and I did do a couple of looks using this palette already when I did my BoxyCharm unboxing, so you can check that out up here if you're interested in more looks using this palette. But today we're going to come up with a couple of looks using this palette. How many times can I say using this palette in this intro? Oh my goodness. Also, if you're not new here, then yes, I dyed my hair black, and yes, I gave myself bangs again. I am living my best life with my black hair and my bangs, honestly. This is exactly how 14, 15-year-old me wanted to look, and she just didn't know it. And now I get to live out that fantasy, so let's get on with the eyeshadow. First, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach to prime my eyes. I do already have a little bit of concealer on my eyes, so I'm not going to be using too much. Oh my goodness, check out that glow! Unfortunately, Halloween is over, so I took down all of my Halloween decorations, but I still have my fall decorations up, as you can see behind me. I hope you all had a safe and happy Halloween. I did absolutely nothing for the holiday, per usual. I do nothing for most days, so yeah, that's how I live my life. So for one eye, you know me, I have to go super bold, and this blue up here has just been calling my name, so we're gonna be playing with that at some point. So I think I'm gonna start with the bold eye first, and taking this Luxie 237 blending brush. It's just a nice tapered, fluffy blending brush. I'm going to dip into this dark blue shade and go into the crease with this. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys did for Halloween, because it was this past Saturday, even though it does not feel like Halloween just happened, because there's so much other stuff going on in our country right now. So election is today. Well, yesterday for you guys while you're watching this, but it is today for me. And I, if you don't know, live in Colorado as they like to say here. And they were already boarding up the city of Denver yesterday in preparation for today's election. That's something. So like I said, I'm just placing this right into the crease. And then on the edge, I'm just buffing the edge out to give it a little bit of a tapered, I don't know what to call that, so I'm just gonna keep doing this with my hand. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this like emerald green shade on this little Morphe brush. This is just like a little crease brush, and I'm buffing that into right above that blue, just to soften it up a little bit on the edge there. If I'm going in with a really bold shade on my crease, I like to start with the crease shade and then find another shade to blend it out the edges, because I just find that works better for me personally. I definitely went shorter with my bangs this time than I did the last time, but I am very much living for this. Yeah. I got a new light, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better, because I definitely was struggling with my lighting before. And now what I think I want to do is cut the crease. So once again, I'm just going to take the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and this is a $1 billion brows brush. $1 billion brush, I don't know. From the brand $1 Billion Brows. I'm pretty sure that's the brand name. And this is a concealer brush. I really like this one for cutting the crease, just because it is so flat and so curved at the top. I just think it really helps me get the job done. And since I do have hooded eyes, you can see what just happened there. If I add a little bit of concealer to my lid and then look up, It helps me carve out where my cut crease is going to go. I did already use this brush earlier to do my concealer. That's why it looks a little bit dirty, but I just used it, so it's fine. And I'm going to cut the whole entire lid. Normally I just do like half to 2/3 of the lid, but today I'm feeling the whole lid. There are flies in here and they're driving me nuts. So if you see them flying around, I'm sorry. They don't like to land in a place where I can kill them before filming, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. You know how like whenever people are describing how great a person is and they're like, oh, there's someone so good, they would never kill a fly. They wouldn't even hurt a fly. I don't buy it. Flies are just so annoying. How can you just not kill them? Okay, for the lid, I'm trying to remember what the last two looks I did with this palette were, because I don't want to do like basically the same thing again, so. Okay, for the lid, what I think I'm going to do is start with this pink shade and blend it into this like teal turquoise shade. And I'm using a pure P60 brush. Anytime I am blending multiple shades on my lid, I like to use the same brush, but so as you can see, I only packed that pink shade onto one side of the brush. And now I'm going to use just that side to pack it onto the lid. I'm definitely getting some fallout here, so keep that in mind. It is ridiculously hot here for this time of year, so I'm kind of dying because I obviously can't run my AC when I'm filming. So I'm hot right now, especially sitting in front of this bright light. Okay, now I'm going to use the other side of my brush, which is still relatively clean, and dip into this. And the reason why I like to do that is because I do get a little bit of, oh, that's fallout. I do get a little bit of that first shade on the other side of the brush, not intentionally, it just happens. And I find that that makes it way easier to blend the two shades together when they're already kind of mixed on the brush. And makes it super easy to just switch between the two. For this eye, I am definitely feeling this yellow shade for my inner corner highlights, so that's what we're gonna do there. Ooh, yes, I think that just pulls the look together. I know I got a little bit ahead of myself and I'm doing my inner corner before my lower lash line. That's okay. Sometimes it works better to do it that way. Just that way you can get a nice blend on that lower lash line with your inner corner highlight. And I'm actually going to be bringing this in a little bit more. This is a pure P110 brush. For my lower lash line, I am just going to go in with this emerald green shade that we used to blend out the blue on the crease. And it doesn't really look that green once you get it on the eye, apparently, so. Not really loving how this outer corner is looking, so I'm just adding a little bit more of that shade to it. So this is look number 1. Now for look number 2, I always feel like I need to do something a little bit more neutral, a little bit less bold. So that's what we're gonna do today. So for this eye, we're gonna stick with this bottom corner, and I'm first going to start with this like light brown shade. And this is a Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. And I'm gonna go in pretty much the whole entire crease and above the crease with this shade, mainly focusing it above the crease. And then I'm going to take the brown shade on this collab crease brush and pop it into the crease. And then I'm also going to apply it to, just using the same brush, the outer third of my eyelid. And then going back in with that blending brush to smooth out the edges like always. Now taking this lavish eye shading brush, I'm going to dip into this shade in the bottom corner and just simply pop that onto the lid. And I'm just going to blend the edges once there's not much product left on this brush, just that way it is all blended seamlessly. And I'm going to stick with that same shade for the lower lash line. And I'm going to finish up the eyeshadow by taking this shade, this like champagne-y, shimmery shade, and I'll use that to highlight this inner corner as well as the brow bone, and a little bit on this side too, just whatever is left on my brush. Now it's time for lashes. Today I'm going to be using this jumbo lash set I got off of Amazon. I will definitely link this in the description box, like I do all of the products in all of my videos basically. And I'm gonna go with these lashes down here. The only bad thing I found about this set is that you kind of have to guess which lashes go with each other. I mean, for the most part, you can kind of tell, but what I have been doing is as I have been wearing them, I've been labeling them with numbers, just that way I don't have to really focus on which one is which next time. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with these ones, these lashes down here. I think they're gonna look great with both eyes. All right, so let me pop those on. There we go. And these are the finished looks. So here is the bold look again. And here is the more neutral look. Let me know in the comments which look is your favorite. I think I'm gonna have to go with the more neutral look. I know, surprising for me, but I don't know. It's just something about the hair and the eyeshadow. It's just doing something for me. That is it for this double tutorial using the Ciate London editor palette. Be sure to let me know in the comments which look is your favorite. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Both of those things really help me out, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!